The newest controversy in the gaming sphere, I think the most recent downfall of a gaming YouTube channel after a long string of them, with Chugga Conroy, with the Completionist, with all these people, is another legacy YouTuber that I cannot stand. That is Review Tech USA. Review Tech USA, USI. What am I talking about? Review Tech USA. Rich, an alumni from Blistered Thumbs, and that guy with the glasses, someone who worked directly under Angry Joe, doing everything in his power to like shill emulators and trick his audience into giving him money. Fired from Blistered Thumbs for using an emulator, which by the way is illegal. He was forced onto the YouTube scene, and that's where he's been ever since. Making clickbait videos for 10 years. Aggressively like creating controversies. Flip flopping left and right. Attacking Nintendo, like doing all this stuff, right? Review Tech USA is scum. Okay, he is bottom of the barrel trash. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Review Tech USA is worse than DSP, right? The reason for that being is that like Rich actually causes problems for other people. He abused his wife. He's using his blind daughter for money. He scammed his parents out of a house, and that's just what we know about. Like Review Tech USA seems like complete scum. If anyone knows anything about Rich, like he's complete scum. And that's not even going into like the stuff he's done on YouTube, fabricating stories about the PS5, saying that Iwata should be fired, pushing for like all this ridiculous stuff, defending the Order 1886. Like the cringiest of cringe takes from Review Tech USA, being an advocate for the Order 1886. That is unbelievably cringe. And now it seems like we've finally hit like a major milestone, like a controversy that may actually be like the second coming of Big Cheese, or hopefully even bigger, right? Because I think the Big Cheese thing, like it exploded Rich's channel. I think it got a lot of people talking about him, and I think back then it was like a major boost to his relevancy, right? The Big Cheese thing, but now the community is way different, right? Money is tight now. The community is shrinking. People aren't watching his clickbait videos anymore, and so Rich has had to resort himself to causing petty drama. Whether it's with Kino Casino or DSP or side scrollers, he's been like all over the place, causing all these problems for all these different people. But now he's going after like one of his most loyal followers, right? The man who edits his 10-minute long videos, right? Like apparently Review Tech USA is so fat and so lazy, he can't sit still and record a video for 10 minutes. Right? He can't sit in place and tell you for 10 minutes what happened in the gaming world that day. He can't tell you about the games he's been playing. He can't tell you about the news or like expectations for new consoles or like debunking rumors, like saying how the Switch 2 is not coming out this year, right? He can't just sit there and do that for 10 minutes. He has to have his editor, Jay, sit there and just edit these videos for him, and that was pathetic to begin with, right? I don't understand why he even had an editor, because it just completely takes you out of the video, like seeing these jump cuts and seeing these people like put on this fake as all out like presentation and stuff like that. Like you see these people like all the time and see how they have to go every second without like a bazillion jump cuts, right? Because they aren't intelligent people. They are trying to present their narrative in a way that's like consumable to the audience and that will make them money with no real regard for like, actually expressing themselves or for actually talking about like the subject at hand for any amount of time. So Review Tech USA does this for money. And he is one of the most money hungry like YouTubers I've ever seen. Right, of course you have the Big Cheese thing, but with the most recent happening, right, him firing his editor Jay. That's right, Jay is no longer here. Like Review Tech USA, just out of nowhere, he just came out and he was just like, "Yeah, Jay, I'm gonna fire you," and for no reason. Like it basically just amounted to the fact that like Rich was bored of like Jay's editing style and he wanted to start being a live streamer. He wanted to succeed in the live streaming space, and so he could fire his editor and save a couple of bucks, right? That was his mindset. Like, oh, he's been saying this all year that like, oh, I'm tired of making videos. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of like talking about the gaming news. Like I want to do a live show. I want to do streaming. I want to do this. I want to be the not so slim shady. I'm sorry. Like I don't okay, I didn't come up with that. You know, he's trying to do a music career. He's trying to like shill his music channel, right? He's trying to like drop spicy beats. And so like Ashton called him like the not so slim shady. Like PPP came up with that. So I can't take credit for that joke. But like, you know, that was an amazing line. I just thought that was great. That was so funny. But like yeah, the not so slim shady is out there like trying to make music, trying to live stream, trying to get anybody to pay attention to him. You know, trying to get anybody to care, trying to get anybody to tune into his channel and give him money, and nobody is. You know, the Jay thing is interesting because unlike a lot of other YouTube breakups, it seems like the majority of the audience is 100% on Jay's side, right? There is no like room for debate. There is no like situation here. There is no like, you know, behind the scenes drama. Like it's not possible that Rich is like might have had for a good reason for this. Like it was completely out of the blue, unwarranted, and it really feels as if Rich was like screwing this guy over for no reason, right? That is the impression I've gotten with my limited understanding of the situation. I haven't like actually even watched all that many streams about this, but yeah, what I have seen has been like really suggestive, right? It has been really interesting seeing like both parties kind of go at each other. You know, Review Tech USA actually went on like Jay's show like after he fired him and started like trying to say that like oh it's nothing personal, bro, it just happens. Oh, I've been laid off from jobs before. Like he came on and tried to do that, and I don't know. Like I don't know what Jay was thinking doing that, but like I imagine doing that really boosted his audience. You know, I bet like a lot of people would rather listen to Jay talk about tech, you know, reviewing tech in the United States of America than they would watching Rich. You know, like who enjoys watching Rich outside of like pure sheer irony and just like pure contempt for like your immortal soul? Like, why would you care what Rich from View Tech USA has to say ever?